Okay. I was going over some of the stuff in the Discord because I had heard some interesting stuff about it, but yeah, probably won't post it unless people really want me to. I was just kind of going through and reading some of the add-ons and the combos and a little bit of the like the Kunoichi helps area. But something I did notice is people keep asking for like combos and like movement combos, and they're struggling to like move around on Awakening or Succession and Awakening. So I figured, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do a video like that because um, it's not that hard, honestly. Um, you do not generally want to burn all your skills at once because if you burn all your skills at once and you don't catch your target, they will catch you because, well, you have nothing up anymore. You know, let me just roll this real quick. Yeah, come on. Get that 105. Nice. What did I get? Cool. Box, as usual. Um, I just need to check the, don't mind me. So we're just taking a little bit of a break here because as I was recording that other video, yay! Getting outfits to tap this. Um, technically I need one more. Uh, anyway, so let's go to a less packed battle arena. Let's say 8. Maybe this isn't so packed. The idea behind succ Kuno movement is to essentially, it's going to sound dumb, but essentially keep moving. Almost every skill flows into one skill or another. And you need to basically memorize what skills flow into what. With some exceptions. Ghost Greeting is usually not the skill you ever want to start off with because it doesn't flow into anything well. So keep that in mind. It does cancel into Stomp to some degree. So that's usually how it's used, but maybe you use it just to retreat. But generally in like a movement combo, so to speak, that's what you would like use last. Or at least be careful if you use it in the middle. You know, some of my guilds here doing. So like if I were to do like that, you could try and cover it with smokescreen. It's just got a bigger gap than other options. That being said, I do use it a lot when I probably should be using other skills. Crescent has been made protected movement. I probably should turn on those. This? Yes. This. So the movement portion of Crescent is protected. The attack portion isn't. So you could just do like this. Now this is usually not something you want to do. The reason for that is because while our cooldowns are shorter, those cooldowns words are hard. The cooldowns that got reduced are on our SA skills like Clone and Explosion and Flash Slash. Our movement was not changed in terms of cooldown. So you don't want to blow everything and then you have nothing up. So generally you want to use like 1 or 2 fish for a CC and then, maybe S-Block. I know S-Block is not the most fun thing to do, but we do have to use it some to get our cooldowns back. Damn it. Why do I do that every time? Anyway, so usually you want to lead with ankle or tendon. Ankle is safe, very quick, and flows right into ghost step. You don't have to do that attack animation at all. However, if you do that attack animation, there are very few things that cancel it. One of them is ghost step. That might actually be the only one. Besides tendon cutter. Like that. So, you do something like that, and then you do You know, you just start adding more skills basically onto your movement. Basically, you need just press your buttons. Press your buttons. There is no specific movement combo for Kuno really, um, but I can teach you like the start of a couple. You know, tendon to clone or to smoke screen conceal. Um, Tendon's a little weird, especially if you're in a fight, because if you do left click, it may teleport to, you know, the guy you're chasing, or it may teleport to somebody who just happens to be over here standing there doing nothing. It happens all the time in a duel in the BA. So yeah, dance. You gotta remember dance has that lock on, so you know using dance changes depending. You know, like if I try to dance him right now, it wouldn't work. He's too far. So you could do something like ankle ghost dance. Good, yeah. So movement in a duel looks more like this. You do that, and then you like SA, and then you do something else, go for a catch, and then you SA, and that doubles as both. And then you know, fish with crescent, lock jump, take the teleport, cover your stomping gauge with, you know, some sort of protection. You know, it generally looks like that. You use some movement, and then you use something to stay somewhat safe. Um, if you really want to practice movement, the best way that I've found is you come to a BA, you put like some movement skills or all your movement skills on your screen or somewhere where you can watch, and then you just practice using them one after the other. Find out what works best, what flows into what. You can add your bombs to it if you want. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was an accident, I swear to God. Anyway, so something like that. Just practice basically using your movement with each other over and over again. Um, um, that's a bad habit of mine. I ghost greet, cancel ghost greet with shadow slash, and then go into crescent because crescent or shadow slash into crescent is it just goes straight into the movement. But you don't need to do that anymore so much because but you still want to cancel ghost greeting if you can. Anyway, so yeah, I very much suggest putting skills on your screen. It's much easier to look, you know, just to the side, or somewhere on the, you know, where you're actually going to be looking. You know, if there's a guy you're fighting and he happens to be over here, it's very easy to look between your guy and your cooldown. So, yeah. Um, some people were suggesting that they use shackle like target to like move around. Yeah, that's very it. I'm not gonna say you don't do that because sometimes you do, but don't. That is not something you even want to practice until you're very proficient with Kuno's movement in general. So, um, yeah, I would suggest not doing that for a time. Also, I didn't use my other bomb here, which is also movement and does go into smoke very nicely. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to combos. I did not write any combos down, so I'm just going to be doing this off the top of my head. But I've told people that I'm not a big fan of the idea that people practice one combo and one combo only because they will build up muscle memory, and when they see somebody and they're missing a skill or two that is vital to the combo, they don't know what to do. And then they, you know, the guy gets up and they get grabbed and they die. That being said, I do think it is still good to know what your options are for combos based on CCs, and what combos there are in general. So I don't have attack speed up. Fuck it. This is a little more realistic anyway. So if I catch them with flash slash, I do probably do something like this. I'm not gonna write that down, so you're gonna have to play it back really slow. But essentially, stiff with flash, go for the second hit. You should have time to go into a crescent float. When you crescent float, you want to Foxclaw and then clone. You have enough time to get the air attack with Foxclaw and the air attack with clone and air smash. Now, you can also, instead of doing stomp, which is what I did there, you can do something else. I do believe that second combo I just did is stronger, but it's not as cool because you get so much air attack. Yeah, so the first combo I did, you flash, crescent. As soon as you crescent, you start getting air attack. Foxclaw, clone, stomp, all get air attack. And then you go into wheel, you refloat them again with air attack. The second combo is stronger because you explosion, then you have all 3 runes. And then your wheel, even though it's down attack, is still hitting for much, much more damage. So, that's a little harder to do. I'll be honest. This is one of the harder combos to do. And a lot of times you won't have clone just ready because it's one of your like kind of SA trade or like your CC attempt cover skills. By that I mean, you know, Uncle Go Stomp clone. So if your clone or if your stomp misses, you don't get the CC, whatever it resists, whatever it might be, you cover the unprotected with something protected. So you won't always have that up. So that's what I mean. Like if you practice one combo and one combo only, you're gonna try and do stuff that's like that you just can't do because skills are on cooldown. But that is one combo. I'll do it again. Never mind, I'm just gonna toss kunais and not. Yeah, yep. Do I know how to press my buttons? Can I press my buttons? Let's round 3. There we go. Dance does really good damage, especially with down attack. I mean, you can just look at it. It hits pretty hard for how quick it is. So, yeah. That's what I use for flash catches. Tendon, it varies. Sometimes when I use tendon, I will do something like that. That's a 3-rune combo. It's very, very nice. I like it, but I don't always have clone up. Again, it's kind of... So you could do explosion instead. If clone comes back up during the combo, you can clone after your stomp. 3-rune wheel. Grabs, I'm honestly not sure. This is the part where like I'm not sure. I don't grab is a 15-second cooldown as opposed to 10 as it used to be, so I'm not getting grabs as much as I used to, for one. And 2, grab combos just don't feel all that good anymore. But you know, you could something like that, but they're a bit weird. You can do a 3-rune combo. Let me see if I can do it here real quick. It's not too terribly difficult. I've more or less got rid of Fatal Blow. I only use it when it's like I have certain skills on cooldown and I can't use anything else. But Fatal Blow is very much fallen out of combos for Kuno. You still sometimes do it after a stomp for the air attack. It's can't really see it on the dummy, but if you go hit a player, you can see you still get air attack on both hits. It's just, I mean, it has no accuracy for one. While the damage is high in terms of the numbers and the crit rate, it has a minus 73%. You're getting 27% damage from this skill. And then the same skill again, but with a little bit extra. It just doesn't hit hard anymore, unfortunately, you know? And since it's maxed out like on crit rate, the only thing it's missing is accuracy, and that's a lot harder to get, honestly. You know? Because accuracy depends on the target's evasion as well as your own accuracy and everything. Something like Foxclaw with a 15% accuracy is a lot more consistent. And you can buff its damage with crit add-ons. So, I don't know. I stopped using Fatal Blow a whole lot because other skills just do more. And our Fatal Blow is reduced in PvP by so ridiculously much. It's crazy to me. Hard aiming is still good. Very, very consistent damage. Like, I mean, it doesn't look like it hits as hard, but the PvP reduction is so much less. And it's 50% accuracy, so. I'm also a big fan of, like, using Sinucut and combo. Since the pet damage on this was fixed, you look at that PvP reduction, it's very low. The damage numbers are high. It has down attack and air attack. It's really good. 50% accuracy. You can, so it's consistent. You can buff the damage with crit rate. Yeah. So that's why I'll do things like this. Don't do what I did at the end there. But yeah, like you'll see me Sinu cut and combos a lot. So if you do land a grab, don't do this anymore. It's just not very good, unfortunately. You can still stomp a wheel. That's fine. But yeah. You could just do something like this. I didn't mean to fiddle there. I was trying to shadow slash into hard aiming. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad skill. It's just not good either. So I also don't think you should rely on grabs in general. You have a lot of other options to CC somebody with. You don't necessarily need grab. That being said, I mean, if someone's fucking sitting there in an SA that's really long, you just fucking, fucking grab their ass, you know? You can just do this. It's a basic combo. Again, I don't think it's the most optimal, but it's still good. Yeah. It does use both bombs though. You can just replace them with something else. And if you have enough attack speed, you can stiff them with Fatal Blow as they get up. A player gets up faster than these. I hate these dummies, but it's what we got. So, I don't know why I did that. What else? I was going to do something else. Oh, let me find those clips real quick. Give me a second. There's a lot of people have been asking for more. Like my previous guide was a bit more 1v1 focused. I was doing a lot of RBFs on stream. And I popped off a couple times and I was like, oh, let me highlight that so I can put it on stream later. Where is it? Is this it? I think this is it, yeah. Okay. That's all kinds of stuff. I don't want to hear myself speak. That's weird. Hold up. Okay, so I come here. I can see on the menu there's at least 2 guys over there. They're over there, so I prepare my e-buff beforehand. One, so that they don't see me use my e-buff, so they think I'm just a normal Kuno. And 2, to pop off. Engage with Tendon Cutter. The Ninja Veed. So I'm trying to keep moving around. That's just kind of, there he is. He came out of Veed and went to stealth is my guess. I just barely got that block jump. My grab failed, or it was on cooldown. I don't remember which. Some major desync by that dude. One last guy shows up. So hold on, I'm gonna go over that part really quickly. I'll let it play and then I'll go over bit by bit. All right, good stuff by me. Yay me! Look at me go. Okay, so with tendon, you can hold the W now, and it'll more or less go in a straight line. It's a very, very good engage, even in a node war, because you can more or less um, target who you want to target. That being said, if there was another guy here closer, or like if this was a Sork and there was someone over here in the Sork iframe, I would go to that guy. So you do have to be, you have to understand that it might not go where you want it to. So now, just watch that again real quick. So I'm not sure what he did to move over here, but my tendon took me to where he was, and I used smoke. This is still a good tool. It keeps you safe, like tendon smoke, flash, or whatever it is you want to do. It's still good. So it's just there might be more optimal. Now, this other guy comes in. I see him coming in, so I move over here to avoid him. But I also want to re-CC this guy. Now, mistake I made here is I go step and then kunai throw to stomp. I don't need to do that. It's just a habit. I'm a lot more comfortable throwing kunai into my stomp than I am into go step stomp, especially when I go step to the side. Anyway, it works. I get CCs on both of them. Unfortunately, the quality is kind of shit. I'm sorry. I play it like, 144 FPS or whatever, and the stream only records at certain FPSs, and then it throttles it or whatever. I don't know all the specifics, but Twitch VODs are kind of shit. Anyway, so I see I get both CCs. Or at least I thought I did. But that was just a Mystic flipping around. Ninja Vs. I don't know what that buff is. I think it's a Z buff. Anyway, so I finish off the Mystic with a dance. I'm looking around for the ninja. I know he V'd. I'm not seeing him anywhere. Someone else comes up. I know it's Kerr, but he got CC'd immediately. He scares me because he's like 317 AP or higher or something crazy. Now that the ninja still hasn't showed up on my minimap anywhere, I know he's in stealth somewhere. He must have popped up and went straight into stealth. And boom, there he is. He probably could have had me there if he didn't fuck up. So yeah, when you're in a fight with a lot of other people, you want to keep moving. You do not want to stay in the same place. I get a little chunked out there. I go into block jump, and I knew he was like, I wasn't sure if he was in range or just right on the edge, so I was looking at him, trying to get that, right on that little red reticle to pop up, and I got him. Now, I did grab here, but he resisted it, so I just did the next CC that I had available. He drops. That hash didn't die, I believe. He's just V'd. There he is. No, that's a caster. What the fuck is the hash? No, I guess the hash is just gone. I don't know. Anyway, so a lot of times when you're fighting in like a 1vx scenario, we'll say, you need to keep moving. One of the dare I say downside? It's not really a downside. It's more like a balanced thing. Is that Kuno does not have a whole lot of protected CC. So if you land a CC, sometimes it's very difficult to re-CC. The best tools I found are using Crescent and canceling the animation as quickly as I can, or just using Stomp into something safe, which I did against the Mystic very early on. I had CC'd the Ninja. I went for the Stomp into something safe. Yeah. Now let me find the other clip real quick. It's a bit shorter. All right, so as you can see, I like this spot. I come up here all the time. I feel like it's open enough for me to move around, but small enough for me to, not have to chase people across the world. So I see people are coming. I go in to try and like chip them down or scare them, whatever I can, trying to hold the spot. I get some protected damage out. Not enough to kill anybody. And then I see even more coming, and I'm pretty sure I literally said there's too many. Let me see. Too many. There's way too many. Yeah, I know myself too well. So they all start coming. I pop my E-buff. This guy gets kind of clapped. There's nothing I can do to like stop that. But I try. He drops, but I get a big boy flash here. So lots of damage coming out. I finish him off with dance. I get the crescent catch right there. I go for the receive with tendon because I see that I have it up. Now here I made a bit of a small error. Explosion is literally like so close to being off cooldown, but I use it right there, still on cooldown. So I just go step and then I use it again because I just realized. But yeah, you get the general idea. Keep moving. You have to be very, very careful with reapplying CCs. Sometimes it's best not to go for a re-CC because you just don't have anything available. I found that I tend to like go for a re-CC against someone who's being peeled really, really well, and it's just a bad idea. Yeah. So too many my ass. Anyway. So that this should give you an idea of how to play somewhat in Node Wars. You got to be very, very fast. Hello. You got to be very, very fast. You have to maintain protections, keep moving around, use your movement to avoid skills. It's hard to do sometimes with like how big AoE succ have and how popular they are. It's wild how big some of their AoEs are. You got to be careful about trading. A lot of classes just do more damage than you, but you can iframe quite a lot, and your skills are fairly quick. So it's possible, but you got to be careful. Do not dive into a ball. You're not a ball class. You can't 1vx a whole ball. You're not like Braxton cracking out. That's just not how we are. You want to fight on the, if you are in a ball, you do not sit in the ball. You go on the edge. You stealth, go past, get the guys in the background, the rangers, the like succ rangers, very, very easy for you to pick off. Casters, go for the grabs if they're, bad. If they're belly, don't go for grabs. Yeah. Avoid the big fights, but you can 1vx some of the smaller stuff, basically. Yeah. Like Node War combos are so different than 1v1 combos. You have to keep in mind what your protected damage skills are. Flash slash, you do not want to like if you float somebody, you probably don't want to flash unless it's like tendon smoke flash. That's okay. You just have to remember you're burning smoke and flash, which is pretty big. Clone is actually reasonable damage. It's not going to nuke anybody, but if you get the air attack after a stomp, or you like get the down attack, air attack after stomp is pretty good. But if you get the down attack, it's okay. So you're not going to one tap people with it. Shadow Explosion hits very hard, especially if you have a crit rate buff going. It's even better. Yeah. Tendon is very good chip damage. It'll, excuse me. You saw me use it as a re-CC on the Zerk in the second clip at the end there. You can stomp. You just have to be very careful in how you use it, but it is definitely still usable when there's players around, despite being unsafe because it's very, very very, very quick. Yeah. I hope this gave you a better idea of how to PvP. If you want, those highlights are on my Twitch channel, so you can go watch them. They're public. They're available to anybody. Yeah, I do stream. I've been streaming quite a bit because I'm still waiting for my COVID test to come back so I can go back to work. Once I go back to work, I'll probably not be streaming very much. But we'll see. I am having fun streaming actually, so I'll try to stream more. Anyway, yeah, I showed you a few basic combos. Well, a couple of harder combos really. This is more of a basic combo. But yeah, you get the idea. I hope. Use what you have that's available. It's good to know combos, but you need to remember, like, keep track of your cooldowns so you know not to, like, a lot of times I will do that, but when clone's on cooldown, I'll just sit there throwing kunai at the ground, look like a dumbass. That's always fun. Yeah. So, if you have any, like, questions or you want to see videos of other stuff, say in the comments, I guess. I'm down to make videos for whatever people are interested in. If you want, you know, if you're still struggling with movement, you can ask me questions with, you know, ask me questions in the comments. It does take, I'm not gonna say super high APM, but in no, like, large scale fights, you want to be very, very quick, very, very quick. If you're slow or you like freeze frame a lot, which still happens to me a lot, you kind of just die, unfortunately. So yeah, try and get some, like, decent FPS. 144 I find is fine. Anything higher than that is not necessarily necessary. That's fun to say. So yeah. All right. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. I do like seeing that number go up though. You guys have been very, very nice. I didn't really expect to hit, like, even 100 subscribers anytime soon. I thought I'd have to do like dozens of videos or something before anyone would even watch anything of me. But yeah, people have been nice posting my videos and stuff and discords and whatnot. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, have a good day, night, whatever. It's 3 a.m. for me, so definitely night. I'll see you around. Peace.